This trail was so much fun. It is definitely one of my favorite Georgia trails as of now.
Panther Creek Trail. If done correctly, you're looking at one of the most difficult but rewarding waterfall hikes in the Southeast. So you can hike this out and back trail and it'll be a moderately challenging 7.2 miles total. But if you believe in the journey as well as the destination and don't mind the additional mileage, this Fable Trail is loaded with a plethora of hidden gems that you will find by split-off paths. So today, we ventured to the northeastern tip of Georgia to uncover the 9 landmarks of Panther Creek Trail.
Panther Creek.
So just a little bit off the trail, you have our first landmark. Because of its proximity to the beach, we're gonna call it Playing in the Sand Falls.
You'll find the path to this landmark almost instantly. However, it's not very quiet since it's near the bridges.
So you can hear the rapids kind of in the background, but there's a split off trail right here.
Roughly 0.8 miles into the hike, you will hear some rapids at the second landmark, Back Porch.
It's just a nice peaceful sitting area right next to a tiny little waterfall.
1.2 miles, you're gonna see another split-off trail.
You're gonna take a ride on. Now this is a campsite. So roughly a third of the way on the trail, you're going to encounter our third landmark, Panthers Den Campsite.
This is our favorite campsite on Panther Creek. It's spacious and scenic.
So what's really cool about Panthers Den Campsite, it's just kind of off the beaten path, but enough to where you can't really see the trail. And you've got this beautiful cave kind of in the background over there. Cool rock formation. You've already got a set up little campsite. Did that in...
An axe is a useful but sometimes overlooked tool if you want to camp out. But a smaller axe is better suited for hiking since the lighter weight is more portable, but it still gets the job done.
So at this Panthers Den campsite, what we found out that there was a deadfall. So what is that exactly? You want to look around your campsite and you want to see if there's any like dead limbs or trees that are nearby that could potentially fall on you like at the middle of the night. And it's something that's very deadly that has killed multiple people in the past. So what we went ahead and did is we chopped down this dead tree right here that was close to the campsite. $4,999, $5,000.
Look at that drop. All right, that's the main trail. This is the split off.
What fun is it if you just don't check out every little thing the trail has to offer?
It sounds like a very extreme landmark.
We crossed through some rocks to get to our next landmark and we're at Big Bubba's Bend. What's unique about this landmark, we got 2 separate waterfalls that hug the side of the wall here and then wraps around the corner down the side.
If you mark out your day and drive a ways to get to any hike, you might as well make the very best out of your voyage and explore the split-off trails.
So if you want to go down to the end, it's really slippery. It's like a layered waterfall that goes around the bend.
Look at that. It is open up.
The bridge is out up here. There's normally a bridge. A hurricane knocked it out, so all of these people are getting wet. I think there's probably a better way back there where we don't even have to get wet.
We're gonna do it the adventurous way. Right here. Yeah, dude, right here.
We crossed the creek about 30 yards before the missing bridge.
They're still there.
But almost directly after that, the trek starts looking more like a narrow-pathed forest. This area is roughly the halfway point.
It just feels more like you're in a jungle.
But shortly within, you'll find a slightly hidden split-off veering towards the left that will lead you to
Hidden rock right next to Sliding Falls.
To the left, left, left. This poor tree has a tumor. That poor tree.
Between Hidden Rock and the next landmark is a distant gap. You'll also encounter a few other missing bridges where you must use your imagination to cross the creek.
This is a part of the trail, so we had to make our own way, and other people have to make their own ways as well.
So we're gonna call this magnificent overlook Pride Rock.
Once you reach Pride Rock, you're about 3/4 through the journey. And directly after Pride Rock is a really cool area, but not quite a landmark.
From Pride Rock and on, the trail becomes very fun again.
From here on, the hike starts to get dicey as it leads to the notorious landmark, Reckless Way.
Pretty cool. You're just kind of like on the edge of a mountain, it feels like, honestly.
Reckless Way is a narrow path below a steep fall, and it is certainly the worst place on the trail to slip.
Whoa, bro! This is not one of those places where you can just slip.
So roughly 3.5 miles into the trail, you're going to encounter Upper Falls.
It's honestly better than I was expecting, and we're not even at the way yet.
Cave right here too.
Between the vast steep rapids and the serene cove, Upper Falls was an incredible location. But on the other side of the elevated boulder was a stunning surprise. The ninth and final landmark, Panther Creek Falls.
So the final landmark is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, this water, not crystal clear, but very clear. And it feels really good. It was pretty difficult. Instead of it being like a 3.6 mile trail, it ended up being about 6 miles and a lot of elevation gain if you did all the split offs and found all the landmarks.
It's early June here in Georgia, and the water feels amazing, especially within the falls.
Oh man, that feels good. Ooh, that feels good. It is just such a pleasant ending. Most trails, the ending does not have such a nice place to hang out.
It has various boulders to sit around and a majestic swimming hole. But what caught me off guard was the weird way Malloy ate his trail mix. He eats one at a time. Anyways, of every trail we've ever done to date, this hike has the widest array of rapids and waterfalls, and they're all unique in their own way. While we knew that Panther Creek is heavily populated today, we never encountered anyone hanging out at any of the split-off landmarks that we found. With the added trek discovering the landmarks, we hiked a little over 10 miles with vast elevation changes. But what also made the trail difficult was the damage done by Hurricane Zeta, as many bridges were missing and fallen trees were scattered throughout the way. But when it's all said and done, Panther Creek, along with the split-off trails, was one of the most difficult but rewarding hiking trails we have done to date. We highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching.